Hello there, Dr. Badsign here, coming at you with some DayZ Standalone. It's not really going to be a standard kind of DayZ video full of action. It's just going to be me running around, sharing my thoughts on the game. Kind of, I suppose it's a review of things as they stand at the moment. So for those of you who have not played DayZ before, essentially it started out as a mod for Arma 2, which is like a military simulation game, and it involves, it's kind of set during the zombie apocalypse, and the aim of the game is to survive, and you do so by finding food, water, medical supplies, and weapons. And the cool thing about the game, well, lots of cool things about the game, but you get this huge map, which is called Chinaris, which is, I don't know how big it is, but it's just immensely huge. It's got a lot of beautiful countryside like this. Yeah, and it's an online game, so basically you're competing for resources and survival in the zombie apocalypse with other players, which is just, it's a really cool concept. So yeah, it's started out as a mod, which was created by a guy called Dean Hall, who goes by the name Rocket, and yeah, I mean essentially the mod, it sold thousands of copies of Arma 2, and yeah, it was a massive hit. Won loads of awards. So yeah, they essentially decided they'd make it into its own standalone game, which was released December last year, and in its alpha stage, which is what I'm playing now. So yeah, I've been playing the mod since I mean, I'm a late comer to it. I'm not going to be one of these people who claim, oh, I was with the mod very first week it came out or whatever. No, I started playing it kind of August last year, so I've had a good few months of experience with the mod and familiarising myself with how it works. So yeah, I was kind of, once I'd heard that the standalone game was coming out, I was kind of excited about it, and you know, despite the numerous warnings about the game not being finished, I did buy it as soon as it came out. But the main reason for that was because it's cheaper now than it will be when it's finally released. Anyway, I'm kind of rambling now. Yeah, so my impressions, I mean, compared to the mod, the game just looks a lot nicer. I mean, I don't know all the technical terms, but the lighting is a lot better. You kind of got these sun rays which look really nice. Also, the character model is just vastly improved. In the DayZ mod, it was kind of all out of proportion. We got a lot better animations. Just yeah, in the way it looks and feels, the game is just drastically improved. But you know, in terms of actual gameplay, it's kind of lacking at the moment, which is to be expected. Basically, most of the main features are not in the game at the moment, such as vehicles, you know, base building, even hunting's not there at the moment, and there's only about 4 guns and stuff. So essentially, the game at the moment is just running around inside the engine, finding food and trying not to die, which it does get tedious after a while. I mean, I've kind of stopped playing it today to make this video. Is the first time I've come on it for a good long while. So yeah, you know, even for someone who was super into the mod, it is boring, and I am just going to wait until they add more stuff to it before I kind of get into it. I mean, like I say, because it's boring, but also because I don't want to wear the game out before it's any good. So yeah, gameplay wise, it is just pretty dull at the moment. I mean, I've not tried playing with a group of people or getting involved in that much interaction. So, you know, it's got the potential to be fun. I mean, I've seen YouTube videos of people who seem to kind of be having a good time playing it. But yeah, for me personally, and you know, just as a warning for any people who potentially might buy it, it's quite lacking in content at the moment, which is obviously being updated quite regularly, but yeah, it's by no means the finished product. A little bit. I can open it. Nice little shack in the woods. Anyway, so yeah, it's kind of boring as it stands. So yeah, I'm not really going to make a huge amount of DayZ videos. I might do some of the mod actually, but for the standalone, I just don't think there's enough content to make anything interesting at the moment. Also, I don't have the hard disk space to to fill with hours of footage to edit down, unlike some YouTubers. But yeah, I think DayZ as a game has kind of got something which no other game I've ever played has got, and that's kind of, it's hard to describe. I think the best way I can describe it is through sort of recounting something which happened to me, which I kind of think typifies the DayZ experience, and that was whilst playing the mod. I can't remember which kind of variation of the, you know, which mod of the mod it was, but that's kind of irrelevant. But I was in Cherno, just outside the fire station. I've just picked up a gun, you know, saw this guy, and he instantly kind of pulled out, "Oh, friendly, friendly, friendly," you know, and that kind of strange mantra that people seem to assume that if you say it, you're not going to get shot. But anyway, he said he was friendly. I was like, yeah, I'm friendly too, don't worry. And we both kind of parted our ways. But you know, as someone who'd played a few times, I'd kind of learned that you shouldn't trust other players. You know, even when they say they're friendly, they could just be waiting for an opportunity to get, you know, shoot you in the back or whatever. So I ran out of the fire station, climbed up onto this platform. You know, I was looking down my sights at the fire station, waiting for this guy to come out and, you know, to see whether he was aiming to come after me. So anyway, he comes out of the fire station. He's clearly not, you know, he's clearly forgotten about me, assuming I'm not a threat. And I'm looking at him down my sights, and I kind of think, you know, I could shoot him anyway. He's not a threat, but I could shoot him. You know, perhaps he needs to be taught the lesson not to trust players, or, you know, I had all these moral decisions going through my head, but I couldn't bring myself to shoot him. Because, you know, the thing about DayZ is once you die, that's it. It's kind of erased hours of gameplay, because all your items disappear. You know, there's no progression, there's nothing in DayZ. It's just about the gear you've got. So it does kind of feel like an actual moral decision whether or not you shoot someone. You know, unlike a game like, say, Battlefield, where I just wouldn't, you know, I wouldn't have even climbed up the tower. I would have just shot him as soon as I saw him. But it's kind of got this moral weight to the interactions that you have, and that's just something I've never had in a game before. I mean, obviously you get people who don't think twice about killing other players, but that's also part of the experience in DayZ as well. It's kind of surviving in this world where morals have collapsed to the point where there are people out there who kill you just for fun, you know, and it just creates so much tension and depth to the game. And it does annoy me when people come onto the DayZ forums and complain about other players killing, you know. It's just, it does add depth to the game, and it's kind of, it is annoying if you're on the receiving end of being shot, but if they took it out, or, you know, added drastic measures to stop it, it would kind of, it would detract from the game a lot. So yeah, that's essentially why DayZ is definitely a game to keep an eye on, just because it's got something that no other game has got. And yeah, so to summarise, essentially as it stands, I wouldn't advise buying DayZ Standalone, just because, as I say, you're running about in an engine and there's not a huge amount to do. So unless you kind of enjoy running around generous, or, you know, if you're super into the mod, you probably got it already anyway. So to any prospective buyers, I'd say just give it some time, and this will be one of the best games you'll ever play. So yeah, don't buy it yet, but keep an eye on it, that's what I say. So if you've enjoyed the video, hit the like button. If you want to see more from my channel, subscribe. Thank you very much for watching. See you later.